I'm broken. My husband had an affair with someone who can't even legally drink yet. I found out my husband had an affair with someone significantly younger who worked under him. What has shattered me is not just that it happened, but the layers of choices it took to happen. It wasn't one accidental moment. It was contact being kept, private conversations continuing, lies about where he was, opportunities to stop, and repeated decisions to protect the secret instead of protecting me, our child, or our family. He says he never stopped loving me. He says she developed feelings for him and wanted a life with him. He says he told her he still loved me and never intended to leave. But I cannot make that make sense in my heart. Because if he was making room for another person to believe she could have my life, my home, and my family, then he was already giving away something that belonged to us. Whether he meant to or not feels irrelevant when I'm the one living with the consequences. What makes this even harder is that the affair exposed something I had been ignoring for years. I was emotionally starving in this relationship long before I knew. I was devoted. I praised him, supported him, stayed patient through his stress, tried to make our home feel safe, tried to be understanding, tried to love him in every way I knew how. And in return, I rarely felt admired, pursued, deeply seen, or naturally cherished. I kept telling myself he just wasn't expressive, that he wasn't naturally romantic, that I was asking too much. But now I see I was shrinking and abandoning myself, trying to earn basic emotional care. The affair blew open every crack. Suddenly I can see how much I had been carrying alone. He wants to reconcile. He says he's trying. But the aftermath has been almost as painful as the discovery because every time I spiral, every time I ask a hard question, every time I feel anger or grief, it somehow turns into me needing to explain exactly how he should comfort me. He says he doesn't know what to do. He says I send mixed signals. He says he's trying. But I am the one bleeding, and I'm exhausted from feeling like I have to hand him a manual on how to care for wounds he created. I'm furious at him. I'm furious at her. I'm furious at every person who knew pieces of this and didn't tell me sooner. I'm furious that while I was trying to be a good wife and mother, I was living inside a reality that had another layer underneath it, and I didn't know. I look back at ordinary nights now and wonder which ones were lies. I remember comforting him when he said he was stressed, supporting him when he stayed out late, and now some of those memories feel poisoned because I don't know which moments were fully real and which were hiding something. I left when I found out. Then I came back, and I know that sounds insane to some people. I came back because we have a little girl, and I wanted her to have a little more time in the home she knows before everything changes forever. I wanted to make sure she felt safe and loved before I tore apart the only world she understands. I came back because the silence after the explosion was suffocating, and I was too paralyzed to know what to do next. I came back because despite everything, I still loved him enough to want answers. And I hate myself for how complicated that makes this. Being here has not made me want to stay. If anything, it has shown me how much I don't think I can ever see him the same again. I am about 98% sure I want to leave, but that last 2% is the part of me that looks at my child sleeping in her room and wonders if I'm destroying her world because I cannot survive what was done to mine. That 2% is the part that remembers the man I thought he was. That 2% is grief, not hope, and I am trying to understand the difference. I am angry because he didn't just cheat. He broke vows that were sacred to me. He broke a version of home that I believed in. He broke my trust in my own memories. And then after that, I am somehow supposed to decide whether I can stay in the same house, share the same bed, accept his comfort, and act like trying should be enough to rebuild what he destroyed. I feel trapped between two unbearable futures, leaving and grieving the family I thought I had, or staying and feeling like I've betrayed every value I ever held about love, loyalty, and dignity. I don't trust him. I don't trust her. Some days I don't even trust myself. I'm scared of the future, scared of becoming a single parent, scared of making the wrong choice.